Welcome to the swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Vols will put total leather to crank us up. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will start this game off. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Paul.
And you've got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise. Pass on the way, it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. After making the pick, he took it the other way, and he's dragged down at the 19.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
The offense starts with a short field. Wants to throw on first down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance?
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gator! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches...
The expressway is wide open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They almost went end-to-end and housed it. Now a chance to stick it in the end zone. 1st and 10 from the red zone. Dances away to buy time. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football.
Wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The Volunteers have it with a 1st and goal. Calls his own number. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Getting set for the point after. Right down the middle. Quick strike scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
It seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. We can talk about the next game on the schedule. They're always looking forward to this one.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Using his legs, it's Alvarez. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a 1st at the 29. The Gators are on the move. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And they knocked him down almost immediately.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long.
42 Spider. 4-2.
Now the play fake. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
It is perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Right down the middle. Incomplete. And, man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now, guys. Of course, we're only in the first quarter. This guy's already thrown one pick. He should have thrown his second right there.
Picked off. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Off-play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown ball. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Fires and picked off. They got him down pretty quickly, but they're set up now at the 21-yard line.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And the Vols have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They're bringing heat. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Volunteers!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Boise State is currently ahead in this one, but Unlike the days of Chris Peterson, this has not been a blowout today on the Smurf turf. They're up by 7 over Syracuse. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. No, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Well, the offense is...
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip, and they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The give to the back. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll put the tight end in motion. Off play action. Now adjusting. Looking down the left side. To the end zone and is picked off.
It's a good young lesson for all young receivers out there. Never jump up and down waving your hands trying to get the attention of the quarterback, because guess what? All you're doing instead is getting the attention of the defense. They're able to run over and get the INT.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. Finds space on the right. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Still on his feet at the 45. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle, safeties come up and tackle, as opposed to linebackers and big defensive players. You get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make it.
Quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target. They're just not on the same page.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Go on that last drive. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Throws to the wideout. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. What a nice play, and even with the short return, they're in scoring position at the 18.
He's just Johnny on the spot. That now his 2nd interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Complete in the middle. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. The Gators have moved it inside the 20. He'll keep it himself. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Coming after it. Quarterback adapted. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
Are you kidding me? I mean, that's really good defense to take away the pass and take away the big play, but the quarterback just makes absolutely something out of nothing, scrambles around, finds a way to get in for the touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and It's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. On 2nd and 10, a full wideout set, trips right. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's got an open man. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Volunteers in the hurry-up. Harris back to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tennessee!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
PAT unit on the field. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Louisville rolled to victory. And how about that Cardinals quarterback? Remember, this is a program that produced Lamar Jackson. So to gush about a play caller there, that's saying something. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Zings it complete to the right. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Fires to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Touchdown Vols! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be...
All kinds of running room. Bust through behind his pad. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Feeling some heat. The short hands. It's Alvarez. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. He caught it! Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. And this one splits the uprights. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Vols will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Pulls it in. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's looking deep. Caught at the 25. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Gator! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they light up the scoreboard, covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. The give from the gun. Nice move to stay on his feet. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Using the quick game. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. 2nd and 2, and 4 receivers spread all over the field. Harris will throw. Got his man on the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum. What's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it? Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
The ball back, and here comes the offense. It's a 1-possession game in the 4th. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the right. Got his man. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. New set of downs after that completion. Looking to go up top on first down. Finds his tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They'll run play action. They're trying to get to it. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. The offense has plenty of time, and this defense trying to dig in and get one more. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
Well, and it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.